Hello, it's I Bring It Every Day, and welcome to Food Fridays. And I see a couple of people. Welcome, welcome in. I appreciate you coming. I know this is an odd day because, at least in the U.S., the holiday's coming up on Monday, so a lot of people are running, and I get it. Okay, so we see Katrina. Yay! Good to see you. I already drooling. Oh, I missed my mom's beer batter. Nice. Okay. Yeah, this is random. I don't know. Like I was trying. I'm always trying something new. And we'll see how it goes. We got Arnie. Welcome in. And he's saying hello. We got Moises. Yay. We have Mindfully Crocheted. Mora. Squirrel Raid. Nice. Thank you. And saying hi to everybody. Now, I think I skipped over somebody. And we got Dawn. Donnie. She's also in the Squirrel Raid. And let's see. Who else we have? Let me come here. Boy, my computer is slow today, man. Oh, you got Mrs. Queen Sunkiss. Hey, good to see you. Thank you. And let me go up a little further. And I know I'm missing somebody. So hopefully my computer is not going to act up today. But it looks like it wants to. All right, so we'll go up a little bit. But anyway, thank you all so much for coming. Let's see, Nana Michelle. There we go. I knew I saw Nana Michelle. Yay! Welcome in. All right. Nice. I think I got everybody. Well, thank you so much for coming in. So, yeah, beer batter fish today. And I had to sort of do some things what do you call it? I had to pre-cook a few things just to see how it would go. Because I'm using the air fryer today, which I'm not a fancy person with the air fryer. So I'm learning. And Nana Michelle's been helping me with that. But anyway, what I wanted to tell you is I put the general recipe in the description. I also have all of the food information in the description. And then what I'll do is I'll just kind of talk you through some of the tips that I learned today that really helped. And I will tell you about that. So anyway, so the first thing that you do is I'm going to switch screens here. I'm going to get the big one. And but anyway, thank you so much. You're drooling. I love it. Let's see. Let me hide that one. Okay. So I'm going to switch places here and I'll show you. So the biggest thing is if I had to choose a situation that you had to guess is you have to make sure that you have cod. I think cod is the best. And because it has a nice firm grip, it stays really, really firm. And it seems to hold on to the batter really well. And then number 2 is use the beer batter. They say you can use, what is that called? Sparkling water, things like that. So, or club soda. So you can use that. But I think the beer is the answer because it gives that little bit of a bubbly taste. And then the bubbly feel for the batter. And so I'll just show you this real quick. So this is the batter. I already put the beer batter on there. And I don't know. That light, we have a little bit of a glare. So let me see if I can get that out of there. There we go. That's better. Down there. Mm-hmm. Yep. Is that better? There you go.
It's white on white.
It's white on white. I know. Isn't that crazy? I always do this. But anyway, the beer batter is the majority of the fish. And then some of this I left dry, which is right there. Yeah. So I'll show you just a couple of the tips. So what you have to do is you have to do 2 different, plates or bowls. And, so what you have to do, and I'll grab this over here, is this is the beer batter here. Let me get this in the shot. Am I going the wrong way? Left is right? Yeah, there you go. Left is right. Yeah, I got to get that in there. I'm going to take this out. But anyway, and then you have, so what you basically do is you separate out the bowls. This bowl has the cornstarch, the flour, and then this one here has the beer, the flour, and all of the seasoning. So they say to use onion powder, garlic powder, salt, pepper. What else did they said? I put a little seasoned salt in there, and then just added the beer. So the batter gets real thick, and I don't know if you can see that, but that's pretty. I guess out of the shot, we get that a little bit better. But what happens is the beer is pretty thick, and and they say if it gets too thick, what you do is you add more beer and to thin it out. And they say like it sits for a while. And so the biggest thing is you just need to make sure that it's thick enough to stay on to the fish. Now, the other thing with the cod, the biggest thing with the cod is you have to really dry it. So I used frozen. Let me get back under there. I used frozen cod today, and then I just let it thaw. And then you have to really use a lot of paper towels to dry it off. And I don't know if you can see this, but right now, I just did a dredging in the first bowl of the dry flour, and it's still on there. And I don't know if you can see it. I know we're doing the white on white, but it's looking pretty good, And then you just kind of let it sit. And then after you run it through the dry flour, then you run it through the beer batter. And then you can put it in the, your hot oil or the air fryer. So I'm doing the air fryer, but I wanted to show you just for how many paper towels I went through. This is only a pound of cod, which is 16 ounces. I mean, this is about 8 paper towels. And I actually, and I said to myself, wow, that's a lot of paper towels. So you really do have to dry it off, and that really helps. So that's kind of my tips and tricks for today. And this makes it go quick. But anyway, we did the fries last week or a couple weeks back. And, you basically cut the potatoes in similar shape. You want to make it as thin as you can. And then same thing. You want to, now some of the air fryer recipes say put a little bit of boiling water on them for about 30 seconds to a minute. And then other people say, don't do it. Now I did that. And I think they came out really good, when we did it before. So those are some of my tips and tricks.
Miss Queen Sunkiss asked,
Sure.
How long does it take to do an air fryer?
Well, I think it was about 12 minutes because these pieces that I have are tiny. And of course, because I did white on white, shame on me. They're pretty small. So let me see if I can show you this on the red.
And Michelle, there's nothing wrong with adding more beer.
And you can.
LOL.
So I made, and they said cut it about an inch thick or wide. So, and this is probably, of course, no, come on, camera. There we go. It's about an inch wide and about 3 inches long, but you can make them smaller. So I made really, really small pieces. Yeah. And I think the smaller with the potatoes, the smaller that you do, the better it's going to be because you won't be here all day cooking.
Yeah, she was asking if we were actually, I guess, frying tonight, but
we are.
Air frying.
We're air frying. Yep. That's the answer.
Less of a miss.
It is. Yeah. I mean, it's funny. Like I'm a terrible fryer, to be honest. I am the worst. Like it's so bad. But yeah, like I said, these are all the paper towels. Let me see if I can get it under there. Come on. These are all the paper towels that I use, which is crazy. And you'll find that the fish is just wet. It's so wet. I mean, it's unbelievable. So anyway, I'm going to throw this in the trash can and I'll show you.
Just pass it over here.
Yeah, it's really wet. But it's not smelly at all, which is really nice. This is like the most nice cod I've ever had. But anyway, let me just go back to the thing we got. Yes. So let's see. Katrina's saying hi. And thanks for coming, Katrina. Appreciate you. And Dawn, Squirrel Raid. Yes. Oh, if I can get you up on the screen again. Yep. And I'm only 7 minutes behind. At least I gave the tips. Yeah, that's the thing. So we got Miss Queen Sunkiss. Thank you for coming and asking questions. Yep. So like I said, I've never done beer batter. And I put a lot of seasoning. So in the beer batter, they say to put all the seasonings, all the garlic powder, onion powder, seasoned salt, paprika. What else? Salt and pepper. Usual.
So Miss Sunkiss says her chicken always comes out black in the air fry. She's pretty sure she's doing something wrong.
Oh, okay.
Like black as in burned or black as
sounds like it. Yeah.
Because
so you have to really keep an eye on it. And I think I don't know what the actual, I want to say it's probably $350 for chicken or $300. I wouldn't go higher than that because this one goes up to $400. I think that's all. Yeah, $400. So I would say go, crank it down. But you just sort of have to stand over it until it's done. And what you can do is you can use a meat thermometer also, whatever the one for chicken is. I think it's 180. You have to cook it to about 180, if I remember correctly. But you can double check me on that one. Everyone's saying hi. Mm-hmm. So that's what it is. So that's really the bottom line. So as I said, I'm really new with air fryers. So I'm not good at it. And also, what's that thing that people use?
Which one?
It's the hot pot. Is it called the hot pot? The thing that does everything?
The crock pot?
No, not the crock pot, but the one that came after.
Crock pot.
I forget what Instapot.
Instapot, yeah.
That thing, I cannot figure that out. And my daughters killed some mac and cheese in there. They overcooked it so bad. I don't know why they put it in there, but they did. But anyway, we got VJ. Good to see you, Squirrel. Yeah, that's insane. Yeah. So this is the thing. I'm still learning. So I'm not an expert, but I'll tell you, I already ate a piece of fish and chips already. So it was good. It was good so far. I was kind of impressed. Yep. Yes. Oh, wrapping up. So listening. Okay. Gotcha. Yeah. Oh, that's right. Yeah. Granny D. Poor Granny D. I know. I heard she was a little bit late today. Yes. All the Raiders. Nothing wrong with adding more beer. I like that. Yeah, Michelle. LOL. Amen. And Morris saying hi to all the squirrels. Enjoys a squirrel. We're all squirrels. Yeah. So anyway, so yeah, the time is like to be determined. So I'm going to do one actually today, like right now. So I have fries in here right now. I had to turn them off for the opening, but oh, they look pretty good. Oh my gosh, they're almost done. I'm just going to shake them around a little bit.
You're gonna need your the gloves to hold that because that.
Yeah, it's really hot. Yeah,
no, it'll fall off. That thing is like.
No, I got it. I'm with you. I got it. I got you. Yeah. So anyway, I've so I'm gonna. These fries are almost done. These are like for me the fries took so long. Like, so I started them a little early just to make sure that we'll get to them. Because it's a nightmare. Yeah, you don't want to. What you don't want like raw, whatever. Not raw, but half done, whatever. Yes. But anyway, but good questions, everybody. That's awesome. We got Soila. Yay! Good to see you. She's saying hi to everybody. And you're cooking. What are you making, Miss Donnie? And but yeah, I mean, so my husband and I are we're not going anywhere. We're kind of like homebound for the weekend. It's very sad. I mean, it's good, but it's sad actually. And I was kind of debating like, do we dip out and do something? And I'm like, nah, we're good. Yay, there's the Knit Pearl Squirrel. Randy D, hey. Oh, congratulations on your 7K. I heard. I'm like, girl, that's a lot. So Granny D, I think I started following you when you had about 40 subscribers or something like that. So that's crazy. Something like that. Yeah, that's good. And thank you so much for the squirrel raid. Yes. She's holding it down. Everyone's saying hello. Granny D's in the house. Did you guys all see Christine? She was in Ursula's live this morning. I got to see her. So that was cool. And see Nan Michelle saying, what's for dinner at your house tonight, Dawn? I'm having pizza delivered, being lazy. Nice. We used to do that all the time on Fridays. Oh, man. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay, and you said your chicken comes out black. Yeah, so just keep an eye on that. And also, the people in this recipe that I got recommended Pam. They're like, spray it with Pam. But you could just use, and actually, Ashley, we were talking about this earlier, but she said just make sure that you can just use like olive oil or whatever. I mean, you don't have to spray it, but you do have to, another tip. You have to make sure that you spray the bottom of the cooker because it does stick. Yeah. So that's the one tip I made that boo-boo. And I wanted to just try it and see like what would happen, but you do have to spray it. And let's see. I use a lot of seasoning. Yes, I do too. And I was, and I didn't measure. I just kind of threw it in there. And if I could smell it, then it smells good. Yeah, I know. Fried chicken. See, and I'm from the north, so, it's not good. Anyway, even my grandmother was like, ugh, I hate this fried chicken. And she would make it and she was just disgusted. And we could never get it right. But the thing was, though, we never had the right pot that was real deep. Never used enough oil, like all the things. But us actually making the batter is the harder part. Now, she used to do, there was on the back of the Kellogg's cornflakes, they used to have a fried chicken batter recipe. That was delicious. So if you can maybe look it up online, that actually was the best chicken she ever made because it was crispy. And I found that when I did this, the key thing is the cornstarch makes it very, very crispy. So you have to throw that in there, in the flour. But also the double flour, I think, works also. Yeah. So there you go. And let's see. Did I miss Sandrini? There she is. Yes. Oh, so one piece at a time or multiple? Yes. So I did about 3 or 4 pieces at a time. And they always say in the air fryer, make sure that there's space in between all of them. Don't pile on top of each other. Now, I don't have a fancy air fryer. Like I'm hating on Jay Jordan. He got the one with the 2 baskets. He doesn't even cook. But anyway, but we won't talk about that. So anyway, yes, but that helps also. And one of my friends has the one with the 2 layers. It's kind of a square or rectangular thing. It has 2 layers, and that's the best way to do it. So unfortunately, I'm sort of, I hate mixing, but I have to do it because we only have the little small one, air fryer. Let's see. Oh, okay. Uh-oh. Let me see. Did I miss something about You can't fry chicken. That's funny. Yes, I have to turn in my card. My fried chicken card. Anyway, Drini, good to see you. Let's see. Oh yeah, and okay. So Granny D saying I checked Angela's channel, and the last she reported was that Jaxie said that Kim is doing well. Praise God. Thanks for your continued prayers. I was thinking about her today, actually. Yeah, that's a pretty serious operation she got, so I can't even imagine. That's a lot. And you want an air fryer? Yes. So I saw an air fryer. Who had it? Oh, it was Lidl. Lidl and Aldi had air fryers in there. They only had one. They had 1 or 2. And it was like $30-something. Like they've really come down because they were $100 when they came out. 89, 100. Yep. So anyway, that's good to hear. Yep. So yeah, check it out, Miss Mary Maker. Thanks for coming in. Yes. And let's see. Yes, Mama Knit Pearl Squirrel with Granny D. Thompson. She's awake, but not talking yet. Okay. Nice. And thank you for the wonderful news. Yep. And good to see you during your family visit. Are you still doing your family visit? Yeah, she said she was leaving at 1. I wonder if she did around that time, her time. So Instapot. Yeah, that's it. Don't know how to use it. Yep. Can't use it. Terrible. And it's supposed to be good. Like I can do a crock pot. I cannot do, yes. My heart sank when I read that. Yeah, that's kind of creepy, isn't it? We got Huga Homestead. Yes. Welcome in. And they no longer have her on the machine for breathing. So she's doing that on her own. Oh, that's perfect. Mm-hmm. See, that's a good sign. She's breathing on her own. Yeah, that's amazing. Oh wow. Uh-oh. Hope I didn't burn the fries. Oh, they're dark. But they look good. Yeah, these are a little dark. Should have turned those off about 5 minutes, of course. You see that? You love your air fryer. So yeah, these look good though. I mean, they're nice and brown. Like they have a nice color. So I'm just going to throw a few of these in a plate so you can see. But the problem is the chicken and the fries fry it at a different temperature. And I probably, could have, done something. But these are probably a little well done. I could have taken these out like a couple minutes before, but I was just guesstimating. But they're brown. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so these look pretty good. I don't know if you can see the fries, but there they are. That's not bad. Let me take down that comment. But yes, you love your Instant Pot and an air fryer. Oh, so you have both. So Granny D, nice. There we go. So they look pretty good, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's not bad. Okay, that's impressive. Now, normally, if you do this, you can just leave them sit in the air fryer and they stay crispy. But
Mara likes crunchy fries.
These are crunchy. These are pretty crunchy. And I made them teeny. So I'm just going to take all these out of here because you can try these. Mm-hmm. Now, so I have a video. I left oh my goodness. I left a link to a video. And I found this thing a couple weeks ago. It's called What Do They Put in Your Food? And it's by a news, one of the news channels somewhere. And they talked about how Heinz ketchup, which is a Pittsburgh product, has high fructose corn syrup in the U.S., but none in Europe or Canada. Yeah. So that's not good. And you know how I hate high fructose corn syrup, so I have 2 links in the description, about some of the things that happen when you get too much. And if you look at America, most of us are a little chubby around the middle, which is not good, including me. But anyway, there you go. So that's for you. But anyway, I'm gonna just run you through the. Of course, I have the wrong plate, so I'll just do it this way. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put a piece of this. This is already beer battered fish there, already in, but it's white on white, which is terrible. I always do this every week. I'm going, I need to get a different color. But anyway, there's the red. So this one's already been beer battered. So I'm just going to lay it in there. And you're supposed to put a little spray so in there. And you also have to preheat. Oh, yes, Queen Sunkiss. You have to preheat the air fryer. That's the other little trick. Because they say that it seems to cook better when you preheat it, which is something I just learned myself. If only I can get this on. I'm going to just use this glove to keep myself from, what's it? Sticky. Very, very sticky. Okay. Yeah, because I'm just going to try to keep my hand out of it. But anyway, there it is. So here's the piece of fish. I already battered it with the dry. But I'm going to go back through it again. So I just did the dry. I'm shaking it off. I took it back through. And now I'm just going to put it in the, hold on. Ah, there we go. Right there. Right there. Hold on. Shake it off. All right, Taylor. I'm surprised you even know that song. There we go. So anyway, so I'm taking the fish and I'm just going to put it, I'm just dredging it through the beer batter there. And it's very, very thick. And I did spray. I'm going to spray it again, though, because this was to make sure. I'm just using the stuff in the can. And I'm just going to put it inside. And, whew, sorry, everything is sticking. All right. So anyway, so I'm just going to dredge it and just put it inside. And, maybe come out. I have to move this over. Move it over. Move this back. Move this over. Then I'm just going to put this in here. But anyway, so I'm just going to, there we go. So this is our little tiny air fryer. So I'm just going to lay it right in there, just like that. And once again, you just take the dry stuff. It's already been, I took it through the dry. Now I'm just going to take it through the wet. And then just lay it in there. So we're just going to fry this just as it is. And then we'll just see how it goes. But that's all you have to do. And that really makes a nice piece of fish. Oh. Is it good?
Yes, it is good. But Mary Maker said you can go old school and do it. Shake it like a Polaroid picture.
Shake it like a Polaroid picture. Nice. Yeah. That used to be the jam.
Mm-hmm.
I know my one daughter liked that song. That was her song.
Who?
Cheyenne.
Oh, yeah.
She liked it.
I can see her singing like that.
She'd be in the back. So anyway, so I'm going to put this on 350. And then we'll just put it inside.
Drew is in the house.
Drew, how are you? Yeah, fish and chips. So we're doing it in the air fryer. And it really doesn't take long. So I don't know how many minutes. So I just, like I said, because I don't know how to do this, I just put everything in and just kind of keep, like my nose sort of tells me when it's done. And I kind of look at it a couple of times. So yeah. So everyone's saying hello. Drewy, how's it going? How are you feeling? Let's see. Yeah, let me go down. Come on. Rizzle, he's saying peace. Everyone's saying hi. Yeah, and let me put the old school comment up. Yeah. Shake it, shake it, shake, shake it, shake, shake, shake it, shake, shake it like a Polaroid picture, shake, shake. Anyway, that's all I got in my head. And yes, they look good. Yeah, the fries are good. Too many shakes. Oh, with lots of ketchup on the fries. Nice. Yeah, ketchup's great, but they put too much sugar in it now. So it's kind of sad. Like, I'm like, no. Yes. So anyway, let's keep going. And let's see. Everyone say hi to Drizzle. Drizzle. Now, are you guys doing anything fun for the weekend? Or are you chilling out? Well, he's in North Carolina, so it's pretty. He's actually on vacation all the time. Yep. Thanks for stopping. Some links there. Let's keep going. Oh, I caught up. Yay. So that's it. So that's yes. Hungry. I was napping, I guess. Oh boy. And could hear you talking about fried fish. Nice. Yeah. So I got cod, and a lot of the stores sell it in a bag. It's already separated, each of the pieces. But you can go to like a real fish store and get real fish and kind of go from there. But I've been really, I find for me, it's just easier to buy the frozen, which is terrible because it's not the best, but it is what it is. Like we're inland, so we don't really get good seafood here, unfortunately. Yep. 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 So you're hungry, but it is dinner time. It is. It's time to eat. And you golfed. Oh, nice. Okay. Feeling quite a bit better than earlier. Good, good, good. Let's see. What's Arnie saying? Anyway, good to see you, Arnie. And sorry about your mom. Just trying to cover things for our mom. Yeah, she passed away Sunday. Yep. Yep. Yeah, I've been in yours and Noni's lives, but at night I'm usually falling asleep. You guys stay up really late. And there's Steve-O. Steve-O. Hello, Drew Drizzle Stink. Your rock is in the works. Can I refer to your kids as the Stankers? Wow. Wow. Nice. We will find out. Well.
Drizzle and the Stinkers.
Drizzle and the Stinkers. Wow, that's terrible. Oh, this looks good. Okay. And it smells good. So I really seasoned the heck out of this. So I would say, you see, I buy the onion powder and the garlic powder by the gallon, like these big ones. And this is like half empty. Like it's almost gone. We just bought this like a month ago. It's almost gone. This is the onion powder. Cebolla en polvo. Is that the word? Is that how you say onion powder?
What?
Cebolla. Do you use that word?
Cebolla de polvo.
Yeah.
No, we don't say it.
I was going to say, this says, yeah, okay.
No.
Yes. Yes. Oh, sure, Arnie. Go ahead. Yeah, he's going to put his link in there. Yeah, sorry to hear that. Yeah. Because like I said, I've been sort of, in and out of the late night lives. As you know, I get up early, so I'm always, by midnight, it's not good. Yeah. So how are the fries? Let me try one. Take a little bite. Okay. Oh, very crispy. Wow. So I can make more, but I just, I just threw a bunch in. But we're going to do the fish. We'll see how this works, and then we'll, hopefully, I think I need a darker bowl. Let me try this one.
Yeah.
It's like I always get white bowls when I'm making white food, and then I'm like, what the heck? Anyway, but we did go on a field trip to the Williams-Sonoma store. We finally made it. So I have a few things I'll show you guys too about that also. Yes. And let's see, everyone's saying hi. Dawn saying hi to everybody. And hope you're well, brother. Yep. And sorry to hear that, Arnie. Yep. Condolences. Yep. So, sure. And you can do your link. And my chat is a little slow. And so I'm on StreamYard right now. It's very sad. But anyway. All right. Ooh. Yeah. This smells great, I have to say. And I already ate a couple pieces, so not bad. And it's been in, I think I put like 10 minutes. Right now it's been in about 4 minutes, 4.5. Yeah. And it's smelling almost done, which is good. Yep. Oh, you need help covering expenses for your mom. Okay, that's Arnie's link. Okay. And Drizzle saying hi to Dawn. And Dawn saying, hey to everybody. Yep. So anyway, but there, yeah, sorry to hear that, Arnie. Yeah, that's tough. I've not been through that, so I cannot empathize. I mean, I can empathize, but I've never been through it, Yeah. Funerals are not fun. And all that. Yeah, I have families of funeral directors, so that's like brutal. I don't know how they do it. Yeah. It's kind of brutal. But a lot of people, you wish you could smell it. Yeah, it smells good. It actually is pretty good. So really, I would say make sure you go heavy with the onion powder and the garlic powder, and then throw the paprika. The paprika makes it nice, and it gives it that brown color, and then salt and pepper. Yeah, but that's all we do. That's all I put in there, and it's beautiful. Let's see here. So anyway, so I'm going to put this. So anyway, so they say if you have extra batter, they say you can use. You ever see that shrimp in the bag? You can go and batter shrimp in the bag that's already cooked. It comes out really nice. You have to defrost it. It's frozen. but it comes out great. And they say you can use that extra beer batter. There's not a whole lot left, but I think I used just about the right amount this time. Sometimes you never know how it's going to turn out. But this is for a pound of fish. Yeah. And then the other thing I think we're going to talk about too is, we were talking about the coatings that are in the fry pans. So so anyway, I'm gonna see if they'll let me play this clip without like shutting down my live stream. But anyway, if it happens, the link is in the chat also. I mean, in the description. But they talked about these chemicals called PFAs or PFOA, depending on where you talk about it. Oh, onion ring. Yes, that's what they said. They said, do onion rings. That's right. Yes. She's my she's like my spirit animal. Yeah. Yeah, blooming onions would be great. Yes. Yeah, onion rings. Anything like, like I hate to say anything fried, but that's kind of the way it goes. So now I did about 3 more minutes. So let's see. Oh, yeah, I think this looks okay. I mean, I don't want to burn it. I mean, I don't think you can burn it, but I mean, you can. But they said, and then you don't have to flip it. Because usually with the fries, they say to flip it. Yeah. Oh, it was sudden. Oh, okay. Oh, wow. Yeah. Well, it's never easy regardless. It's your parents, That's a pretty strong bond, for a lot of people. Okay, so Drew's saying, I'm imagining the smell right now. But Lala made tacos. So my brain is confused. Oh, yeah. Now, we like tacos also.
No, we talking about Bar Taco.
Oh, yeah, we went to this place called Bar Taco. I don't know if they have that probably not in LA. But it's a chain. And what was the deal with those tacos? They were good. They were more like the Mexican type of tacos. With the corn tortilla and the lime. And then it was just straight meat. If you had the chunks of meat.
Pork belly.
They had pork bellies. They had all kinds of, not weird, but all kinds of unusual tacos.
Maybe bison.
Bison.
No, wasn't bison.
Now, did they have? Wait a minute. They did have like an odd meat like that. But you know what they did?
The sirloin.
No. They had something like bison. It wasn't bison though. It might have been what's another type of buffalo? Yeah, that buffalo is bison. Wait a minute. I think they do have something like that. I saw the menu because I was looking at the menu. The menu was bizarre. It was really, but the thing that was funny was it was fusion with Chinese or Korean food. So they had kimchi in the beef bowl. So it was like rice, kimchi, and then the sirloin or whatever kind of beef it was. And I said, wow, that's pretty cool. I mean, that's a little, that's an odd fusion, to go with. Ooh.
Jersey loves bison and elk.
Yeah, elk.
And then May makes buffalo and bison related.
They're related. Yeah, I know. Like as soon as I said, I went, yeah, I like my brain.
Yeah.
But I guess that's done. All right, let's see. I think this is going to be good. All right, so I'm going to get another. Yeah, I'll just use this bowl here.
My apologies to the vegan and vegetarian.
I know it is bad. They're talking about meat.
We're
the meat.
We're carnivores.
Yeah, I'm like in the middle.
I am a certified carnivore.
I vacillate, between the. I mean, I eat meat, but I'm not like meat all the time. Oh, meat all the time. But they did. They had pork belly and some other stuff. But anyway, here's the fish straight out the fryer. So there it is. It's very hot. So anyway, I just lightly browned it, but it's cooked. It's already done. My brain ding, LOL. Yeah. Isn't that funny?
They said made that noise as you recognized it was hilarious timing.
Yeah, it was good. I know. I was just like, wow. But see, I can sort of tell by the smell. That's kind of how I cook. Like if it's raw, that I know.
I can relate, Drew. I like yes. Meat.
Yeah, this is sticking so bad. So more oil. All right. This is terrible. It's really gonna stick.
Mara said, how long does it take on the air fryer?
It only took about 10 minutes. Yeah, this really stuck. So that's bad. So all my good batter's on the bottom.
Bummer.
I know, and I sprayed it. But they said, this beer batter is really sticky. It is. All right, but I think I got it. Okay, that's not bad. So anyway, there's a nice piece there. It's looking pretty good. Yes, come on, camera. Move it out of the shot. That looks pretty good.
Angel Renee.
Oh, Angel Renee, thank you.
A member for 3 months.
Yes, good to see you. Thank you for hanging in there. I know this membership. Now, come on, what's wrong with me? There we go. Ah,
They gotta get in there.
yeah, I know. I'm really bad. It's the left is right thing. You know, you have to. Oh,
there it is. Okay, I see it now.
yeah, there we go. That's it. But anyway, so you do have to spray the bottom of this, and I will be cleaning this out. So anyway, there you go. So thank you. It's been a fun. Okay, I'm glad I could help you out. So we made chicken nuggets as the members. So what happens is with the members, like I haven't done a hangout in a little while. We'll try to do one soon, but I have we did sort of a behind the scenes hangout, and like Angel Renee's got a lot of activity at her house, and so anyway, so there it is. So that's the picture. So that's looking pretty good. Yeah, so I think this is okay. You know, it's impressive. So there you go. So you can add that to your bowl, but I just wanted to just for the presentation situation. But anyway, yeah, just make sure you spray the bottom of this. So I did have one piece really stick. Let's see. The other ones made it. Okay, not too bad. Because this beer batter is sticky. And it does come out, but, you know, looks pretty good.
You're on Works by Lydia, isn't it?
Oh, hey, Lydia. Good to see you. So I'm just going to put this on here. But yeah, so anyway, this is a nice, easy dinner. I mean, this didn't take me too long. I was really worried about it because I've never made it before. And so I was kind of going, okay, how long is this going to take? But the biggest part of it is just not knowing. You know what I mean? So then I get like, not anxious, but you know how you go, oh, I don't know how long this is going to take. But like I said, you know, about 10 minutes. The fries were a little bit longer. Maybe they were 14 minutes, depending on how thin you cut them. And I cut these really, really thin. And I just used yellow potatoes and whatever was on special is what I got. And so I'm going to just put these last pieces in, and then we'll talk a little bit about. Do you want more fries? Or are you good?
No, I'm good.
You're full.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll just save these for tomorrow. But you know, when you do the fries, you just have to make sure that you you put them in water, and that you know you have to dry them off. You know. And with like a paper towel or something like that when you're ready to go. Because potatoes would turn black, you know, when they're just sitting out. When the air kind of gets to them. Yes. So anyway, but that's it. I can't believe that was that simple. I know. So anyway, I'm going to put these last pieces in here, and then I think I'll try to see if I can find this video. If they'll let. I'm going to show just a couple of pieces of it. Oh, we're out of Pam. No more Pam. And Pam, wherever you are, congratulations. She had her monetization party last night. So there's a lot of good things to celebrate, which is very exciting. Yep. So I'm just going to put these last pieces in. I'm just going to finish them, and I'm going to try again to just check the time. It's 6:40 my time, just about. And hopefully this will be good. I'm just using I'll just dredge this through here. Let's see. So how you doing, Lydia? How's work? Or how was work? Hopefully not too bad. Yeah, there's a lot of beer on here. Okay, so we're pretty good. Just run it through here. And that's it. But like I said, I just ran everything through. And, you know, we'll just throw in these last pieces. But you saw the fries. They came out really, really well. And I didn't use a whole lot of flour. And then the other thing they said was just make sure you put a little oil on the top too when you're putting them back in to cook. And then, like I said, I just sort of follow my nose, however it works, and that's how I know when it's done. And I keep checking, you know, which probably isn't the best thing. But just like I said, just make sure. I'm going to put like 9 minutes. I got it at 350 for the. So fries are at 400, and the fish is at 350. So I'm going to get another. Use that there. And then what we'll do is I'll show you just this little bit of info that I found. All right, so put this in the sink. All right. So anyway, so we went to Williams-Sonoma. And we were talking about the we were talking about the copper um, dishes. So let me change places here while that's going. Anyway, so I ended up stealing one of their, not stealing, but borrowing one of their, um, sale ads. So, anyway, so this is Williams Sonoma. They always put recipes in there with whatever they're doing. And this is some of their cast iron. I don't know if you can see that, but that's their cast iron Dutch oven. And I'll have to see how much that is. Yeah, this is for fall. So this is their latest thingy. Let's see. Does it say? Oh, it's $329. The Dutch oven. That's pretty expensive. But it's enameled and it's 3.25 quarts. And then they have a smaller one that's $2.99. That's how many? Petite. Oh no, the one is 7 quart. The big one's 7, and the smaller one is 3.25. So the 7 quart one was the $3.29, and the smaller one was $2.99. Wow, yeah, this stuff's expensive, but they do have some really cool kitchen tools in there. And then they have these sets, and I don't know if you've heard of this company, but it's called All Clad. And All Clad was made in Pennsylvania. I don't know if it's still made there anymore, but it's fancy schmancy and it's heavy, really, really heavy pots and pans. Like you can almost, you'll break your hand just trying to lift it. Oh, you're back. Oh, she's saying hi, howdy to Moses. That would be you. Yeah. So anyway, this is what is this thing? This is, I'm trying to figure out. Oh, it's called the Smart Oven Air Fryer Pro by Breville. And it looks like a toaster oven, but apparently it's an air fryer. And this thing is 300. How much is this thing? No, it's $449. It's pricey. Very pricey. But what I wanted to get to was the copper. And they have knives and they have all this stuff. But I just put that in the sink. Let's see. They have these fall bread cake pans, which are really pretty. This is Nordic ware, I believe. Yeah. So all these different designs. And I bought a few of these. I try to get them when they're on clearance. But they range, they're expensive. They're like $100, which is crazy. Like $50, $44, $50. And then they make they have like goodies where you can have bourbon almond brittle, pumpkin pecan bark, s'mores. I mean, they do all these fun little gourmet, things like that. But the thing that I was looking for was their, my goodness, their copper. That's it. So let me see if I can find it. Where is the copper? And they have fancy coffee pots and what are those things? Oh, here it is. Okay. Pizza oven. Yeah, we saw a pizza oven. We enjoyed that. Anyway, here's the copper pan. You see that thing? That is gorgeous. And it has stainless steel on the inside. And it's their own brand. It says Williams Sonoma on it. And you can barely see it, but it's right there. So they make their own stuff. And they have, see, it comes in black also. And then, not sterling. I was going to say sterling silver. Just silver. But anyway, this thing here is $250. This guy. So yeah, these copper pans are pricey, and the one that I looked at was $700, and I'm like, is that all? I don't think I'll be buying that anytime soon. But anyway, I just wanted to show you that copper, and I'll just go back. I'll show it to you one more time. But they have beautiful things, and they used to have a lot of locations, and you would go in there, and they would sometimes, usually on Saturday mornings, if you go, they used to be in malls, and when you would go in, they would always make something like apple cider with croissants or something, so you could have a little snack with their jelly and jams and stuff like that. But I don't think, they closed all the locations pretty much here in Pennsylvania. There's only like 1 or 2 or 3. It's sad. Like we used to have one like every 30 miles, not anymore. Yeah. And then, oh, hey, Juanita. These are some bar shakers. They have all these things. You see, like this is actually sort of a brass color. That's beautiful. Yeah. So anyway, but I'll just go back to the, like I said, we were talking a little bit about copper pans. And most of the copper that they have is no longer in the store. Like everything's online. Like you can't even go in and buy one because they don't even carry it, which is sad. So I just wanted to see more of it. But anyway, there's the copper. And they say this starts at $299.99, and it's really heavy. And I think this is made by All Clad. I do. I really no. This one's made in Italy. So it's this company's called Ruffoni, and it has copper in the bottom also. Yeah. But the nice thing is it's stainless steel on the inside and copper on the outside. Because apparently copper, you have to get it retooled every several years or something. It's a pain. And I said, well, that's good to know because I wouldn't want to have to do that.
Yeah, the only one we have yours is in Jersey.
Yeah, yep. And then I'll show you one other thing for the coffee lovers. Look at this thing. Here's a coffee machine there. And
It's fancy.
fancy schmancy. This one here, yes. Okay, so this one does the little pods, it looks like. Yes, it's espresso machine. It's $1,500.
It's expensive coffee.
A little pricey, but you can buy croissants there. And usually during the holidays, they were the ones that sort of started the peppermint bark situation, which everybody now has pretty much copied. But the peppermint bark is good. And
Mara's ready for new cookware.
I know, we like ours is terrible too. But yeah, see, here's another espresso maker. This is another one. Everything's espresso. Like these people aren't playing, everything. They're really serious about their espresso. I mean, we bought an espresso machine from Kmart before they died, and that one was actually okay. I think we only paid like $20, $30 or something. And then here's like an individual one on the back. This one's from DeLonghi, and you see that like Walmart and other people carry that. But yeah, I mean, this is insane, and this is kind of the scaled down situation with them. But you see this beautiful pie. They have these pie pans, and they give you the recipes on how to use the pans. And some of them, they actually sell the actual recipes in the box. Like you can buy it by the box. So like one time, my daughter wanted this chocolate cake, and they had a mix. I think it cost like, at the time it was like $10, but it was a big cake. And see, they have these table with all the different plates and the chargers, on and on. It's very, very fancy. And only, the fancy people buy this stuff. But yeah, we don't do that anymore. I mean, we only bought like a couple things from them. Yeah. So anyway, just getting ready to get it out. That's amazing. And I would say, still a little pale, but it's not bad. I'm going to give it a few more minutes, but I think it's done. Yeah, and that was like 10 minutes. So I'm going to do like 4 more minutes. But there it is. So yes, definitely out of my range, but they're pretty. Yes, isn't that amazing? Yes, I know. Mary Maker, look at the eyes. I like yeah, Maura's ready for a new one. Yes. And hey, Juanita, how are you? Let's see. She spins. Yeah. Good to see you. Hola. Yes. And ooh, copper all over. I know. Copper is so expensive. So we found one in the thrift store. Somebody looked like they dropped it. It was bent in the middle. I mean, and the guy wanted like $20 some, and we're like, I don't know. It just was beat. And you could tell whoever was cooking with it got it. Yeah. Isn't that crazy? Yes. Isn't that beautiful? I know. I want it so bad. But do not despair. You can buy cast iron. The Lodge pans are in Walmart, and they're not too bad. Not too bad. So let's see here. Yes. Let's see. You ready for some new cookware? Yep, I like the face. This is like usually me. Yeah. Yes, that's a lot. Yes. Oh, wait a minute. How much did she say? I have some heavy duty, really nice cookware. Oh, that Mama and Pop got back in the 70s. Spent big bucks for a full set. Over $1,000. Yes. Do you know what brand that is, Granny D? I'm just curious. Heirloom. Oh, it's an heirloom. Yeah, I would totally pass that down. and would be splitting it up. Yep. Because you really only need like a couple of pans. Like for me, I think like I only use a fry pan, and I use kind of the everything pan, and then everything else kind of in between. I don't really mess around with it. All right, so let's see. That was like 2 more minutes. I smell it smells really good. Ooh, just a little more brown, just a little more, and it's done. So anyway, so the air fryer is not bad, and you don't seem to use as much oil. And like I said, season the heck out of it, and really, really dry that fish. Yep. Oh, Angela, good to see you. Welcome in. Yes, yes, yes. Yeah, right. Joy. Yes. But some people like to have, like, in the old days, when you say I want a matching. See, I'm really bad. We don't have a matching anything in our kitchen. But a lot of people like when you're buying houses and stuff, it has to be this brand and this brand and this brand. But I hate most of the other stuff. Like usually I like a stove from somebody, then I like the fridge from somebody, and then the dishwasher from somebody else. So that's the way I've always sort of viewed the world. Yes. Oh, you're taking notes. Just coming by. Oh, give you a hello. Hi, Dory. How are you? Yes. So, and then the other thing is check the thrift stores, because sometimes these rich people, and actually if you're smart, go to the thrift stores. There's a thrift store at a hospital in a fancy area by our house. And what did we find in there, Moses? They had gold and Ferragamo shoes.
Oh, yeah.
And what else did they have?
That
They
was weird.
they had
I hate
Chanel suits in there. We were just like, what in the world? I mean, yeah, like stuff that, I'm never going to buy. Yes. So there's that. Yes. So go to those fancy areas, and these hospitals have the best thrift stores, Yes. Oh, waterless cookware. She can't remember the name. Okay, you just throw shredded cabbage and carrots, and it didn't have to add oil. Interesting. I'm gonna have to check that out. But anyway, yeah, go to those rich areas and just like do your thrifting, because don't mess around with Goodwill, because no.
They didn't take care of this stuff.
Well, it's like the poor people, like they're like the regular people. Yeah, 1 more minute. Yeah, like the poor people, oh, that dinger is funny. So yes, yeah, you like to go to the fancy. Yes, you got to go to the fancy one. That's right, Mary Maker. Yeah. So like I said, I'm not afraid of the thrift stores, but one time I think I got like mahogany chairs. That's what I got from this place. They had mahogany chairs that were upholstered with the claw feet on them. And the guy's like, "Oh, we're throwing them in the trash." I was like, "What?" Yeah, because nobody was buying them. Because, you sort of need the whole set. But anyway, we bought them. They were good for a little while. All right. So anyway, so there they are. Whoops. There you go. Done. Yep. So anyway, so I'm going to put it on let me get another plate here. I got to get another plate.
You want this bowl here?
Well, I need something that's not. Oh, you didn't eat that.
Mm-mm.
Oh, okay. All right. That's right. You're full, aren't you? Did we fill you up?
The fries.
The fries were good. But anyway, they smell. No, these did stick. Yeah, these did stick. So I guess that's the other thing. More oil. I was really conservative, trying not to put this in here. But these look pretty good. Yep. Go a little closer. Yeah, looks good. All right. So I'm just gonna put them in here. But they have a nice, and they're crispy. Like I hear the, and that's awesome. But yeah, they're done. So that's it. So let's see. BJ doesn't ring a bell. Thrift boutiques.
Oh yeah.
Thompson wherever. I've heard of that. But this stuff, I'm telling you, was amazing. Like the stuff that they had in there. And like I said, that all clad, if you look it up, it's I think it's AL, I think it's 2 L's, yeah. ALL clad, CLAD. It was made in Pennsylvania. And they do have some outlets like around. At least they used to before COVID. I don't know. Anyway, who knows if it's still even if they still make it here, but they used to make it in Pennsylvania. And I was really surprised to hear that they have that. And actually, if you can grab that pan, the one with the grill marks in it on the edge there. Yeah, that one, the square one. I can show them that one. So my mom got this from the outlet. I've had this probably since 2000. This thing is like, it's pretty. Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, this is it. Oh my gosh, this weighs like 500 pounds. Okay, but there's the inside. It's pretty fancy. Now, of course, I shouldn't have put this in the dishwasher. This is that anodized whatever. Yeah, aluminum, I guess. And then there's the all clad. I don't know if you can see that there. Yep. But this is the one. My mom got me this. And this had a little bit of a flaw, but, didn't have a problem. It cooks pretty well. And it's deep. It's like, you see how deep that is? And it's very, very thick. I don't know if you can see the thickness there. But, yeah, made in the USA. And look at the handle on this thing. That's crazy. But I use this when I do hamburgers. Like sometimes I'll use like the George Foreman. And then sometimes if I get bored, I'll just use this guy. And this is a good weight lifting. It's about 5 pounds. I don't even know how many pounds it is. But yeah, good stuff. All right. Let me give you this back to you. All right. So let me see if I can find. So that's it. That's the fish and chips. For somebody who's never made it. So I don't know. So like I said, I don't know if you guys are aware, but fish and chips originated in the UK, in England. So that's one of those things that sort of followed its way over to the USA. And but anyway, I saw this funny video this morning about, how they give people from different places American food, and then they kind of see how they react to the food. And those really crack me up. But this morning I saw this thing where they had these schoolboys, they were like middle school or something. And they gave them Popeye's chicken, and then they gave them sausage gravy and biscuits. And they all loved it. Like I was surprised, like all that Southern food, which made me laugh. But they loved it. They were like, how come we don't have this in the UK? And I'm like, well, the UK's food is not very exciting. But this is actually one of the better things. I do like fish and chips. But I guess maybe because it's fried. Yeah. It's a pan and a weight. That's right. Yes. Granny's coming back. Yes. Okay. So those are my little tips for today. But let's see if I can get this video. I want to try it. Let's see if it'll let me. I don't know. It may not. But we're going to give it a try. Because this thing, share screen. Yeah, let's see if it'll do it this way. Share screen. Yeah. All right. What's in your food? Okay. There it is. Share. All right. Now, is that showing as one page, or do I have to put it as a thing?
No, I haven't seen anything.
It's gonna pop up. You see it?
Mm-mm.
No.
Nothing's up yet.
No. Sometimes they let you share. Sometimes they don't like. Oh, there it is. Yeah, there it is. Yay!
I don't see anything.
No, it's coming.
Okay.
Give it a second. There it is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Give it a second.
Oh, it is.
It's slow. Yeah. It's a little slow. Now let me just see if I can. I'm gonna put in just this one little. I'm gonna do a little clip, and I'm gonna see if they shut down my video because they might. But I think this is good. Okay. Can you see it?
Mm-hmm.
All right. I'm just gonna start from the beginning. What the heck? All right, let's do it. Can you hear it?
Concerning levels of cadmium or lead, two toxic heavy metals in most of the dark chocolate bars we tested.
Consumer Reports found heavy metals in a lot of dark chocolate brands. Find out how much you'd have to eat to really be at risk for health problems.
And these two bottles of ketchup from the US and the UK seem almost identical. But wait until you see the difference in their ingredients. Today, we're chewing on what's really in your food. Let's dig into it. When we go to the grocery store, we're used to checking all kinds of labels, from that expiration date to the calorie count also.
Yeah, now some doctors want you to look for another label, one that says no PFAS. Dina Demetrius digs into why it could be important to your health.
It's as natural as the day my great-grandfather made the butter.
Irish Kerrygold butter is prized by many consumers for its grass-fed goodness. But what consumers may not have realized, that grease-resistant wrapper contains per- or polyfluoroalkyl carbons, PFAS for short, a toxic artificial compound.
they last forever. They're called the forever chemicals because they're very persistent.
University of Notre Dame biochemist Graham Peasley co-authored studies on PFAS. His team uses a special particle accelerator to test fluorine levels in products.
They are used in over 1,600 different industrial processes and products. They make Teflon pans non-sticky. They make clothing waterproof. They make packaging waterproof.
In late 2022, Kerrygold stopped restocking its foil wrap butter to retool its packaging for California and New York ahead of new state PFAS laws. The company provided a statement that reads in part, "We will continue to ensure packaging for our products remains compliant with all relevant state legislation and regulatory requirements." Kerrygold.
Okay, I'm going to stop it right there. So, and then I'll come back to this just a little bit. So this product, let me see, stop sharing. Okay, let me go back to StreamYard. Okay, there we go. So anyway, so this is what I was talking about with the Teflon. So it makes the coatings inside the pans less sticky, but it's also in clothing, carpeting, and I forget what else they mentioned in there. And so these chemicals don't break down in the environment. And so they don't really know like what the negative effects of these things are. So it's just, so I put a little link in the chat that talks a little bit more about that and why you should sort of avoid the non-stick pans. So the easiest way around them is to buy a stainless steel pan or a cast iron pan. And, you know, you just have to use a little bit of oil, but it's one of those things that, you know, people started using these products and they didn't really know like what the negative effects are. And you know, anyway, so yeah, I was Googling, but couldn't find anything. I remembered. I have to do more searching. Yeah. Oh yeah. Let me know. Granny D. So anyway, so just a little, like I said, I just call it like the food for thought. You know, you just want to try to make, and like I said, I'm always going back to, it's really hard in America because a lot of the foods there are just a lot of ingredients in foods that are a little bit questionable. And I have a link in there that's talking about the foods that are banned in Europe, but are still allowed in the US. And you can take a look at that and try to make just some better informed decisions about what you're using. So, but anyway, I can keep going just a little bit in the with that video. I figure I'm just going to let it marinate. There was like one or two more things, but that guy's a scientist. And he's a chemist. And so he kind of broke it down as to why we shouldn't be using that in our food. Yeah, that's right. Yep. There you go, Miss Queen. Yep. America has things in food that are illegal in other countries. That's right. And so I have a little link that talks about some of the items that are banned specifically in Europe. Now there's others as well, but I want to get back to the ketchup because it's very, very interesting. But I'm going to keep going. I'm just hoping they don't shut down my stream. We'll see. And if that happens, I'll thank you all in advance for being here because you never know. All right, so I'm going to keep going because this is only like another couple of minutes. Let's see. So I'm going to say, let's see, share. Let's try this. And I'll see if it lets us keep going because this was really interesting. I found this last week and I meant to read it, but I forgot to keep going. But anyway. Okay, here it is. Oh, hold on. Let me go back in. Okay, I got to add it back to the stream. Okay. Yeah, because, you know, we really, as a nation, we really need to spend more time really being more mindful of what we're putting in our food. Anyway, all right, here goes. Let me keep going. Okay, hang on. All right.
Gold's butter wrapping is not linked to bad health outcomes, but PFAS in general have been linked to certain cancers and other health dangers like high cholesterol and preeclampsia in those who are pregnant.
We've since discovered that all these PFAS are immune suppressants. So they suppress your immune system. And that means any opportunistic disease, including some types of cancer, could take over.
11 states now have rules either banning or reducing PFAS levels in items ranging from carpets, clothing, and cosmetics to food wrappers and containers. Many companies have voluntarily removed intentionally added PFAS from their products or packaging. The site PFAS Central by scientists at the Green Policy Institute lists dozens of companies with PFAS-free products, including Clean at Sephora, IKEA, H&M, and Chick-fil-A food packaging.
The big companies have pledged to phase out by 2025. And the smaller companies are already doing it.
Peasley says they're hard to come by, but consumers should start looking for labels that say no PFAS. Dina Demetrius, CBS News, Los Angeles.
Okay.
While you're looking at stuff on the products, ketchup is a favorite around the world. Look at these two bottles. They seem pretty similar. You got the one from the UK over here and the US one over here. Just some differences in the packaging. But wait until you see what's also different with their ingredient list. Check out the differences here. So for the UK bottle of Heinz ketchup, there are about 6 ingredients, all recognizable, but that's not the same for the classic US one. Take a look at how much longer this thing is. There are 3 added ingredients in the US version. See this right here? High fructose corn syrup, and natural flavoring. Those ingredients have raised some controversy the past few years. For example, the Environmental Working Group says natural flavoring, natural, it's not actually that. It's pretty deceiving. To be clear, they're not saying the ketchup is bad for you, but they say it's an example of not always knowing what you're getting. According to EWG, they say natural flavoring can contain mixtures of more than 100 chemicals. Heinz does not list exactly what natural flavorings are. They just say it's a mix of spices. Now today, there are more than 10,000 chemicals and additives allowed in food in the United States, often in small amounts. But they haven't evaluated all of them at the FDA in decades. Doctors say the majority are safe, but some chemicals allowed here have been banned overseas after being linked to cancer and developmental or behavioral issues.
We need to put the F back into the Food and Drug Administration.
She's a congresswoman from Chicago who introduced a bill requiring the FDA to review certain chemicals banned overseas. If it passes, it would close what's known as the GRAS loophole, chemicals generally recognized as safe. She says this allows companies to skip an extensive safety review when adding many chemicals to food.
Well, the Congresswoman says we are far behind other countries in food regulations. Right now in California, there's a proposed legislation that would ban 5 common chemicals from all foods that are sold. Yep. California would be the first state to do this, and that could then trickle down to other places. It's not just chemicals, though. There are also heavy metals to watch out for. A new Consumer Reports investigation reveals a dark side to some of your favorite dark chocolate.
Our tests found concerning levels of cadmium or lead, 2 toxic heavy metals, in most of the dark chocolate bars we tested.
Consumer Reports tested 28 dark chocolate bars, and the results?
For 23 of the bars, eating just an ounce a day would put an adult over a level that CR's experts and public health authorities say may be harmful.
Long-term exposure to heavy metals can cause kidney damage, hypertension, and reproductive issues. Don't just assume that organic is better. CR's test found that organic dark chocolate was just as likely to have concerning levels of heavy metals as other products.
Okay, growing up, we were always told chocolate wasn't the healthiest option anyway, but fish is supposed to be one of the best things you can eat.
Oh my.
Except doctors say some kinds could have high levels of mercury that could cause some problems. Possible health risks from mercury include impaired brain function, loss of smell, and developmental delays in children.
If you have a high mercury level while the brain is developing in a fetus, there can be cognitive issues later in life. So we're very cautious in a developing brain. So that is young children and pregnant women especially need to keep mercury away from those neurons that are developing.
CBS News medical contributor Dr. David Agus says certain fish have more mercury.
It's the larger fish and the deeper fish where you get the mercury. Swordfish, tuna, and other big, deep fish have higher levels of mercury. Very little mercury, for example, in salmon and trout and other smaller fish that are at the surface.
So for typical adults, it's best to not eat those fish too often.
You can have 1 to 3 servings a week of tuna, and as an adult, it would be very safe.
The doctor says, as always, moderation is key.
All right, I'm going to stop right there. But So anyway, there are a lot of documentaries, on YouTube, and see if I can get back there. Okay, there we go. So anyway, yeah, there's some things, to really think about. And I'm just calling it the food for thought. Yeah, excellent information. Oh, you're welcome. Yes. Yes. And I cannot have any natural flavor. That's what Dawn's saying. I've done hours of research as to figure out what triggers my anxiety and other autoimmune disorders. Yes. That's not enough. Yes. I understand. Yes. And I see, and that's really, really interesting. Like the one example I can give is tuna. So tuna, they have, it's the chunk light tuna, which is the one that's a little bit less firm. And then the albacore, which is the solid tuna, has higher mercury than the more soft tuna. And, like I noticed that one of the bosses that I worked for he was kind of addicted to tuna. It was weird. He would eat it every time I would have to work with him or we would go to lunch or something. He's like, I need tuna. Like he was kind of like a junkie. It was weird. But I wonder if it was the mercury. Like he's eating all this mercury because he ate it like every day. It was crazy. But anyway, thank you so much, Dawn. I appreciate it. So yeah, so the whole key is do your own research. Yeah, never like natural flavors because just a lot of things are just mislabeled. And let's see, maybe what is that? Breatharian is the way to go. Avoid food. Yes. Okay, Chris. How are you doing? Good to see you. Yeah. So that little documentary just like it caught me. It kind of went by my feed one day, and I went, oh, I gotta watch this. A couple weeks went by. But I said, I'm just going to show it and see what happens. They might take the stream down, but oh well. But it's on YouTube. And I'm definitely going to shout it out to the people, and say shout out to the people. Because I think that scientist really, really explained the PFAS, polyfluoro something. Yeah, I forget what the other two, but that he really did explain it. And the thing is, they said that the fluorine, I took chemistry a while back, but fluorine bonds are real tight in terms of chemical bonds, and they're very, very hard to break. And that's why they call them forever chemicals. They just don't break down. And so, we don't know. We don't know what the long-term effects of all these things are. So really that's like the question. But the bottom line is, try to do the best that you can, try to eat as fresh as you can, in season. Like I said, it's summertime. Try to get all that good, fresh food and do the best that you can because things are really good right now. And then, when things go out of season, either can, grow your own can. What's the other thing? Canning. Anyway, but yeah, if you can your own stuff, it's yours. Like, what you put in there. Like basically it's whatever you put in there, not some of these odd ingredients that these companies, because I noticed that they just put more and more ingredients. And the thing is, if it has more than 3 or 4 or 5 ingredients, it's probably too much, in my opinion. So yeah, and tuna is tricky. It's a bit suspect after they dumped the Fukushima water in the ocean. Yes. And tuna are very, very big fish, and they have things seem to, like a lot of times some of these chemicals bind to your fat. If you have if you're, chunky, if you're chunky and have extra weight, like all that stuff binds in your fat in your reproductive organs. And you have to wonder, like, if, what are all the effects of all these things, hey, Far Humphrey, welcome in. So a pickle or jam. Yeah. Yeah. Is it Fukushima? Yep. So anyway, there's all these things and we really have to, like I sound like a hippie, but going back to the 60s and 70s, like people are like, love the world, take care of the earth, and you look at all the garbage and things like we're just making more and more garbage. Like we're not really cleaning up the landfills and the rivers and things. Because I lived in Pittsburgh and they just poured all that chemicals, and we had all these chemical companies and this, the steel industry just poured everything into the river, and the river was like brown and it had a weird smell. So it was all I don't even know what chemicals were in there, but just a lot of these companies really didn't think long term. Like they were just like, let's just get rid of this stuff and dump it. But the FDA did and the EPA, the Environmental Protection Agency, did try to clean up a lot of these sites where these companies, illegally dumped a lot of these chemicals. But, what's that Love Canal in New York? A lot of people had heavy cancer because they were dumping all kinds of stuff down the river. Drew was talking about where he was, and some of they have a heavy cancer cell down there from some of the companies that were dumping down there. So, it's just all these things, and it all kind of relates. It's your water, it's your food, your animals are eating from the ground, which all these chemicals, can leach up and things like that. So super fun sites. Yes. Thank you. Yep. So, they cleaned them up, but you don't really know if they could really get all those chemicals out of there. And I don't believe it. My husband's shaking his head. He's like, no. Yeah. So anyway, there's that. So not to leave on a negative note, but just be more informed and things like that. And what I'll do is I'll drop the link for a minute. I've done my hour. Yes, hour and 15 minutes. If anybody wants to add anything or not, or class is dismissed. Super fun sites. Yes. And I'm glad. Thank you for coming last night, Felicia. She's Felicia. So anyway, so I'll do this. I'll drop the link in for about 5 minutes. We'll see what happens. And then if not, we'll get out of here. But anyway, thank you all for coming. I appreciate you supporting me in this whole thing. Cause this is my little soapbox. Yeah. Class is dismissed. That's right. I know. And so your homework is to go take a look at some of these documentaries. Forks to Knives, Super Size Me. I should put those in. I won't do that. But Forks to Knives was a good one. Gosh, there's other ones. What's the guy where the guy was running? I forget his name. That was a good one too.
Forrest Gump.
I know. I can't remember. Oh my gosh. DDT. Now that's crazy. Chris is saying they found 25,000 barrels of what is possibly DDT dumped in the ocean off Southern California. Wow. Yeah, that's pretty crazy because that stuff's bad. It's pretty bad. Yes. But you have all those oil companies over there too, like all that oil in Southern California. I just remember the smell. Like my dad lived in LA for a long time, and I remember going out there and going, like I could smell the oil, the burning oil, and all this stuff. Dawn's already done her. She said, "May I be excused from homework?" Nice. Yes. Oh, why? Sure. That's nice.
It's bad and okay.
It's bad and okay. Yes. It's true. So, but it's all kind of relating to the food. You know what I mean? And so, try to buy local. At least it hasn't been trucked across. Like the other day, we went to a big box store, and the food just looks so dry and old. I'm just going to tell you. I was just like, my husband's like, "Do you want to get some whatever?" And I was like, "No, I think we're good. We'll just leave it in this big box store." Yes. And, we were just like, no, there's too much going on. This stuff is really old. So try to get some, fresh food. Yes. Thanks, Kelly. Love your Friday cooking content. Thank you. Thanks for sharing your part of your night. Well, I'm trying. I mean, like I said, I have a lot to learn, but I'll tell you, I'm just, just like you said, just keep reading. And, well, if you guys learn anything, like email me or, hit me up on Facebook or Instagram. Cause I'm like all this, I love all this stuff about food. I really do. Yes. Oh, MOBS is back. Hey, Ashley. So there used to be tons and tons of oil rigs. Yeah. In the land of Southern California, now no longer there. But if you look to old film and photos the land was littered with them. Yep. Don't know if they still are. Yeah. I just remember I was in LA back in like 2019 or something, or 2018. And I saw a few, pumps, oil rigs, pumping oil.
They're on pipelines now.
Yeah. And I was like, it was interesting because I just remember the smell. That's like I said, like I remember going there because, Pittsburgh is kind of smelly too. I mean, it was at the time because they had all the steel and they were just pumping out all this sulfur. Like you would smell like sulfur in the air sometimes. And, they would have weather reports where they would do the air condition and they would be like, unhealthy, don't go out. And you would just be like, seriously? Like you have to go out. You have to go to school. You got to go to work. All these things. Yeah. So everyone's saying hey to Granny D. But yeah, that's the deal there. Yes. And thanks for stopping by, Chris. Always good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Oh, let's see. Oh, okay. VJ saying YouTube, BBC channel did a lot of interesting documentaries about food. For example, sugar versus fat. Yeah, the race. Yeah. Horizon sugar versus fat preview. Okay, BBC too. Yep. Thank you. That's a good one. Yep. And then Granny D's leaving us. Well, anyway, well, listen, you guys have a good weekend. I'll be around. See if anybody's going to be around. But listen, have fun. You know, spend time with your family.
Be safe.
Be safe. You know, eat well. And we go back here. Yeah, there we go. That's better. We'll get rid of the camera. But anyway, thank you for watching the dinner. This was actually not too bad. And I would say do this. It's pretty easy. Pretty easy. And it's good. All right. So anyway, take care. And we'll see you guys. I think FR Humphrey's on tonight. I think Dawn's on tonight. I think. Yes. And have a good weekend, Miss Queen Sunkiss. Yep. All right. So anyway, take care. And we'll see you, on the YouTube streets. And thank you so much.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.